Are you on a hunt for the ultimate build to blast your way with godlike speed? You've just hit the jackpot. In today's epic guide, we're diving deep into a killer build that'll make level 9 or 10 defensive missions feel like a breeze. And we'll also share the secret sauce for farming XP like a boss in Helldivers 2. Welcome to Insightful Gaming, your treasure map to gaming supremacy. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready for some next level build for Helldivers. Party's about to start. Let's roll. First up, let's break down how to rack up a crazy amount of XP fast. Just dive into any defensive missions that are sitting at a difficulty of level 9 or 10. These missions can wrap up in about 10 minutes, which is lightning fast compared to others. Next step, roll out all your sentries, which we'll get into in the next bit. Then, have one team member scout and grab all 10 green materials scattered around. With our setup, you'll breeze through the mission, then just loop this strategy until you are tired. Alright, let's dive into the core of this beastly build, focusing on the stratagems you'll need to deck yourself out like a boss. For this setup, you're definitely going to want to equip yourself with a backpack, but not just any backpack. We're talking about the best of the best, the Shield Generator backpack. This is your personal bodyguard, throwing up a shield around you that laughs at danger like it's a bad joke. Remember, you've got room for just one backpack, and the Shield Generator stands at the top of the list, unmatched in its class. The Shield Generator pops up a protective bubble around you, blocking all the annoying stuns, slows, and everything else thrown your way, so you stay quick on your feet and in charge. Plus, this shield's tough as nails, soaking up damage like a boss, almost giving your health bar a run for its money in the durability department. Even if it takes a massive hit and briefly goes down, it's quick to get back up, ready to brush off more damage before needing a short break. For solo players or those tackling the game's brutal challenges, this shield changes the game. No more getting knocked back or bogged down. With this shield, you're sailing through the mayhem smoothly. Add this stratagem to your arsenal, and you'll be amazed at how you ever face the game's dangers without it. Or, if you're in the mood for a change of pace, give the Guard Dog Rover a spin. Alright, diving into the next stratagem up our sleeves, the Mortar Sentry. This gadget flips the script on long-range damage dealing. It's your ace for holding back the horde and ruling over any zone with its killer splash damage. The coolest thing? You can stash it behind walls or structures, and it'll still hurl bombs over barriers, hitting those targets like it's no big deal. You unlock this powerhouse starting at level 8, and believe me, you're gonna want to snag this for your toolkit ASAP. It's equipped with a super short cooldown, allowing you to deploy it over and over again, keeping the heat on whenever the action heats up. Seriously, the Mortar Sentry is an essential piece of your strategic puzzle, ideal for any scenario you find yourself in. Just drop it, step back, and watch it go to town on anything foolish enough to wander too close, making it a lifesaver in those heart-stopping moments or when you're on the brink of clearing a swarm of critters. Just plant it near their nest, and it'll turn them into bug paste in no time. Jumping into our third stratagem selection is one of my top picks has to be the autocannon turret. This beast is basically a self-operating artillery unit, firing anti-tank rounds across long distances and holding its ground on the battlefield for a seriously long time. Plus, its cooldown time is just 180 seconds, which is a huge perk. Getting its placement right is crucial, because enemies can take it down if it's left out in the open. I usually drop this monster right before diving into the heat of battle, and it's crazy good at taking down big threats like tanks and bile titans. Pair it with the Mortar Sentry, and together they rain down a storm of pain on the enemy lines. When you're talking turret hierarchy, even against heavyweights like the Tesla Coil or Rocket Sentry, the autocannon turret is the champ in my book. It's just more dependable, delivering consistent, high-impact support that can turn the tide of any battle. I like this for defensive missions because it takes care of any titans or chargers easily by breaking their armor. Sliding into our fourth stratagem, let's talk about the EMS Mortar Sentry. In the thick of Helldivers 2, where standing your ground is everything, the EMS Mortar Sentry emerges as a game-changer for any team. This powerhouse is a master at controlling the battlefield, firing off mortar shots that cover a wide area. Not only does it wipe out clusters of approaching foes, but it also sets up a sort of barrier around where the shots land, making it clear to enemies that this is a no-entry zone. This stun and slow feature really shines when it comes to wiping out those annoying small enemies that flood your defenses, giving you and your squad a moment to catch your breath and plan your next steps. What really sets the EMS Mortar Sentry apart from other defensive units is not just its ability to deal massive damage over a wide area, but also its capability to stun all enemies within its blast radius. This trait is a game changer in high-level challenges, where you need to temporarily immobilize or slow down hefty armored foes, allowing your other defenses to sweep through them, clearing the way with ease. It turns any defensive mission into a breeze. Just a heads up though, it can also cause a significant amount of friendly fire, so keeping the lines of communication open with your team is crucial. Still, it's an absolute must-have for any squad tackling defensive missions. Literally everything in this game is out to get you, and I mean everything. That includes the very gear you're counting on to save your skin, your weapons, your trusty sentries, and oh yes, the ever-present danger of friendly fire. So, here's the deal. You've got to be sharp, strategic, and savvy about where you're placing those sentries. You don't want your own defenses turning against you, mowing you down, or taking out your squad. Next up, let's zoom in on the main weapon powering our epic build, the Breaker Shotgun. You snag this beast through the Helldivers Mobilized Warbond Battle Pass, and trust me, it's a game changer. Even though it's labeled as having light armor penetration, the Breaker slices through toughest enemies like butter, thanks to its killer range, nimble handling, and slick recoil control. Its fast shooting action and wide bullet spread are perfect for blasting through hordes of smaller baddies or going toe-to-toe with the big armored brutes. If you're feeling adventurous, there's also the Liberator Penetrator, a recent favorite of mine, packing medium armor piercing rounds for that extra punch. As for my go-to sidekick, I've picked a P19 Redeemer. This isn't just any pistol, it's a fully automatic beast that spits out bullets like crazy, perfect for shredding those pesky close-quarters enemies. And my grenade of choice? The G10 Incendiary Grenade, the Bug Roaster, for when I want to turn the heat up on my foes. For my armor setup, I've been sticking with the light armor. There's this glitch with the heavy armor in Helldivers 2, and to be honest, the difference in protection between the light and heavy versions isn't huge. That's why I'm all about the light armor for that sweet agility boost. Yeah, you might end up taking a little more damage, but the speed increase and better dodge ability can totally change the game. Light armor does the job well against the bugs, but when it's time to take on robots, thinking about switching to heavy or medium armor might be the smart play. Also, keep an eye out for light armor variants that cut explosion damage in half. They can really save your skin in tough spots. That's everything for this build breakdown. Hit that like button if you found this useful, and don't forget to subscribe for all the best gaming guides. Ring that notification bell too, so you never miss out on the freshest tips and tricks. Until our next gaming adventure, keep your game strong, and I'll catch you later.